No, it's too big. Roots will break everything up.
Roots? What are you talking about?
Stand aside, Petey. Stand aside.
Hey, what are you doing?
That's my tree. Who said you could do that? Who are you? Sanders.
Park Department Inspector.
Yeah, see? Just like I thought, those roots are too big. If you don't watch it, they get into the sewer's electric wires. Yeah, this tree's in real trouble.
That tree's been there since 1911. I planted it myself.
Well, then you've been in violation since 1911. Yeah, and if we have to come and chop it down, you have to pay for it.
What, you chopped that tree down, you City Hall flunky?
Watch your language, Petey.
I don't see anybody named Petey. That's my name, Samuel Abelman, M.D. If you call me doctor, I'm going to string you up in that tree.
Let me go, let me go.
You keep your hands off that tree, you hear, you galoot?
Assaulting a city official, obstruction of justice. We'll take care of you, Petey.
Oh, Petey, yeah.
Hey, Uncle Doc, what are you doing? Come on, calm down. What are you doing?
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. The tree's got to go. It's the law. It's in the book.
Take it easy, Uncle Doc. I'm wise to this. Okay, mister. All right. What's your name, department, immediate superior, and the exact city ordinance under which you are operating?
None of your business. Who are you?
I'm the doctor's nephew. I'm also a newspaper man. Myron Malkin, Daily Eagle. I know about you guys shaking them citizens with phony complaints. What do you want, $5? You look more like a $2 crook to me. Come on, let's hear it. I think the Daily Eagle would like a story on how you guys are chiseling tree owners.
Look, I'm only doing my duty, like I told the doctor here.
Hey, what happened to Petey?
He'll file for an easement. They do it every day. Now you, beat it. Vamos.
Okay? Okay. But I got the name and address, and the tree goes.
Okay, show's over, folks. Come on, go home. Show's over.
Hey! Hey, somebody picked my pocketbook! Hey, policeman! Policeman!
I don't know what this neighborhood's coming to. The galoots are driving the decent people away. Where did you learn that bluff you pulled on that inspector? You're no city reporter. You're what, a copy boy?
It never hurts to lead with the power of the press. That guy comes around and bothers you, Uncle Doc. You just turn him over to Scoop Malkin.
Sam, where have you been? It's past 3:30. Some of the patients left. I had to talk the Kramers into staying.
Chief nurse, Whitbread at New Hill Hospital. Old man Jensen's almost dead from a coronary, and she's making him fill out forms before she gives him a bed. All right. Open for business. Oh, Miss Kramer, Miss Kramer. You first, Ruthie? Miss Quincy? What happened, Ruthie? All right. Get you. Oh, will you look at that?
I'm so tired now. I don't think I could fall asleep even if I tried. I don't know if it's worth it. And if I have to look in another book, a picture of a dissected frog, I know I'm going to get sick.
Hey, Kate, how much money you got, huh?
He got it.
Oh, don't give me any of that. Your mother gave you some money to go shopping, huh?
You got the money.
Hey, you shut up, kid, or I'll send your teeth home in your lunchbox. That's
You're
right.
so hot.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you leave him alone.
Give me the money. Empty your pockets, both of you. Come on, go. Come on. Empty your pockets.
Leave him alone. Can't you leave him alone, you stupid punk?
Hey, leave you in the corner. Hey! You come back here!
Are you okay?
Yes.
Oh, those punks, did you recognize them?
No. They must be from another neighborhood.
Hold on, what are you? You don't exactly sound like Rudy.
I told him not to play with the big boys.
Doctor, is it broken?
Yeah, I got it. Hey, second base, Eddie, second. How about this? It's a beauty, eh? In a couple hours, be able to throw again. All it takes is a little horse sense to put a thumb back together again. You didn't know I was a gym teacher before I became a doctor?
What do you mean by annoying the doctor over nothing?
Hey, Mrs. O'Brien! Mrs. O'Brien! Mrs. O'Brien! Mrs. O'Brien, you forgot to pay me.
You said anyone could fix it.
Didn't give me the $1.50, you'd have to pay a plumber for the same time.
Doctor, my husband's a plumber. We get it for free.
Hey!
Uncle Doc and I really took care of that guy from the city. He learned his lesson.
Yeah, but didn't he threaten to come back?
I will give him $5. That's all he wanted.
Aaron, do you learn bribery at college or at the newspaper office?
It's the way of the world, Uncle Doc.
Your well, maybe, not mine.
I know, I'm late.
Where have you been, young lady?
Oh, Daddy, do I have to give an hour-by-hour accounting?
He worries about you, dear, that's all.
Okay. Playground assistant till 4, a meeting of the senior class officers, and a rehearsal of the class play.
Come on, Eunice, level with us. You got drunk all afternoon.
Wait a minute. How did that happen?
I told you, Uncle Doc, she was in a barroom brawl.
Shut up, Myron. It wasn't anything really.
Galoots, what'd they try to do this time? Steal the Indian clubs?
I'll tell you if you won't go into a rage, okay? Okay. These kids from another neighborhood came around, and they tried to scare the little kids into giving them pennies.
Shakedown artists. All these kids learn fast, like Murder Incorporated.
I'm gonna come down there tomorrow. I'm gonna knock block.
Please calm down. Mildred Salerno and I chased them out. That's when I got my blouse ripped. They don't scare me.
Good going, Eunice.
Enough! You can only ask so much of a man. All right. So the city doesn't keep their streets clean. So nobody paints their houses anymore. All right, but a neighborhood full of tin horns, hoodlums, galoots, patients that don't pay, a schoolyard run by thugs. That's enough.
There he goes again. Why didn't you change your blouse before you came into dinner?
Leave me alone, will you, Myron?
Oh, Mr. Dannenfelder. There you are.
Sam, come in here and eat your dinner, please.
What? No, I'm not kidding this time. You're going to see him. Danny. Yeah, Danny. Listen now. I am interested in that 3-story house. Danny, the 3-story house on Preston Street. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Just go get your book and look it up. I'll wait for you. Oh, boy. I'm going to wear that fancy white coat. Boy, I'm going to charge those big fees to talk through my nose, be a fancy specialist. Yeah. Danny, that's it. Oh, that's the beauty, Danny. Right, you get me a good price, and you got a buyer. Right? Call me.
Sam, come on. We've been through this house just 100 times.
Fresh kid right out of medical school, move into ritzy houses. Why not us?
They marry rich girls. You're better off with Aunt Sarah. I gotta go to work. The managing editor says I can do the front page tonight. It's easier than being a copy boy. You know, it's really strange. The higher up you go, the less you gotta know.
You're learning, Myron. Who needs a doctor? Get a plumber.
See you later.
Bye, Myron.
Bye.
Don't try to discourage me, Sarah. We're moving out.
Sam, we can't afford a big house. Our expenses and our income. Eunice, please.
Who needs to listen? I know this argument by heart.
Come on, Eunice. Come on. Why should a guy like Maxie Vogel live in a palace while we're stuck here?
You're not like Max Vogel.
What do you mean I'm not as good a doctor as Max?
Sam, everybody knows that you got him through medical school with your help and your notes.
Great for Max. Wait a minute, what does that mean? Well, I gotta get stuck in this dump?
I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth.
But you mean that? Yeah. That's Galoots. Galoots ring the doorbell like that. Oh, get my hand on that bum. What? Your finger paralyzed? Don't I know you?
Nah, I'm new around here. My brother busted his leg. It's an emergency.
Wait here, I'll get my bag.
It's down here.
All right. Go ahead, lead the way.
Anche questa disgrazia. Oh, Maria Santa, pure questo devo avere. Povero figlio mio.
Maria.
Maria
You were lucky it wasn't any worse than this. Falling off a scaffold. Where were you working?
The deli down the block. We were plastering the ceiling. You never heard of Pirelli Construction?
Oh.
Plastering, bricklaying, glaziers, masonry, and general contracting.
Is he gonna be all right, Doctor, that you would walk?
Sure. Better than ever, Mrs. Pirelli. You'll just be out of commission a few weeks, that's all.
It's your fault. He wasn't horsing around on the job, he wouldn't have fallen off.
Yeah, that's right. He fell off there because he's stupid.
I see you was stupid.
You show respect for the doctor. I apologize for my son, doctor. In the old country, they have more respect. We try and teach them, but...
If you find a way, Mr. Pirelli, let me know.
All right, everybody, go rehearse for a while.
We rehearse bricklaying?
No, we also got a band. You never heard of the Pirelli Brothers Swing Time Dreamland 6? 5 without Vinny. Him being out like this wouldn't hurt us.
I could heal faster if we had one of these metal contraptions, thing called a Thomas Splint.
What's it called?
$10.
$10. Oh, Madame.
Hey, Doc. Papa was once a music teacher. But these days he's got no students except us. So he sells fruit from a wagon. Earning $10 in this house.
Listen, how are you guys as carpenters?
Me and my brothers? We can fix anything.
You got any scrap lumber around here? Say, 1 by 2s to be good.
Sure.
All right, go get it and give me a saw, hammer, plane. Come on, Johnny.
Petey, Paul, get out the toolbox. Frankie, help us brace this. Where in the hell did this come from?
I found it.
You found nothing, you little crook. You swiped it, didn't you? You think a fence lived in this house?
Frankie, do you take that watch?
No, Pop, I found it.
Frankie, you tell the truth or I beat you.
I swear to God, I found it.
Take it back. Right now. Gone! Nobody steals in this family, understand? Nobody takes charity.
Okay.
Nobody goes on relief.
Okay. Take it back yourself.
He's a bad kid, Doctor. I'm ashamed of him.
No, he's not bad. He's a sick boy.
Sick, how's he sick?
He was always the baby, the littlest, but since his headaches...
Mama, you leave the doc alone. Frankie's our problem.
Mrs. Pirelli, you bring Frankie to see me, all right? Okay, guys, let's take Vinny to bed.
Sam, give your Uncle Max a big kiss. We don't get sidewalk shows like this down on President Street. There, the cops arrest you for taking a walk.
What are you doing?
Oh, came to buy a pumpernickel. They don't know how to bake 'em where I live now.
Hey, exploiter of the working class. How much more blood you gonna suck out of the people?
Hey, Trotsky, your old man still owes me for the tonsillectomy I did on you. I should have closed up your windpipe.
Ha, Maxwell. Well, you tell us how you made money from the poor and then deserted them.
That bug, I spent more time in free clinics than you do sleeping. Hey, what are you trying to do? Take my temperature? Hey, you crook! Somebody go after him! Sam Abelman's high-class clientele. I want to have a few words with your old man. I hear he wants to move. Be my neighbor.
It's the same old thing, Max, only this time I think he's really serious about it.
Sammy?
Hey, Ritzy! Wait, ritzy clientele get tired of you overcharging chase out of Crown Heights, huh?
The crowd heights. If you don't overcharge, they chase you out. They're bigger fakers than me. Hey, Sam. I've been hearing rumors about you. That you're going to be my competition.
Well, you come to talk me out of it like Sarah, huh?
Oh, Sammy. When could I ever talk you out of anything?
Then don't start now. Max, look at that beam. Now, that's a beautiful beam, Max. Sometimes I feel like Thoreau.
Listen, if you read Thoreau less and collected from your patients more, you'd be better off.
Yeah.
Anyway, are you really serious about buying this house?
I'm going through with it this time, Max.
Well, I'm finally glad to hear that, Sam. This neighborhood is not a good place for Sarah, let alone a nice girl like Eunice. But I want you should really know what you're letting yourself in for. I mean, an office in that snooty neighborhood, the patients will expect the best.
And I'll get the best. Let me ask you something. When could you or any other doctor teach me diagnosis?
Not what you know they care about, it's what you have. How many times do I have to tell you? Fancy equipment, X-ray, EKG, diathermy, the works, which includes a full-time nurse. And another woman, just to handle the paperwork.
I manage myself here.
Sam, I'll lend you the money myself. And who knows? Maybe we could even go into partnership.
Maxie, I don't need to borrow from you.
Sam, I'm only trying to help you. For once in your life, take that chip off your shoulder.
I can do this on my own, Max. I don't need help from you or anybody else.
Daddy, you have a patient.
I'll manage this myself.
Since when did you ever do otherwise?
Pretty normally. All right, put your shirt on. I want you to catch a cold. Mr. Pirelli, how many of these seizures is Frankie had?
3, 4.
You had a doctor for him already.
We were shamed. And then the money.
Before you fainted, what were you doing?
Nothing.
Come on, answer me.
I was getting in shape. I'm exercising for the seas. I'm going to join the Civilian Conservation Corps.
No, doctor, we don't let him go. He's not strong enough for hard work.
What are you staring at?
The rear end of a horse. Miss Pirelli, you wait for us outside now. Frankie and I are going to get to know each other. It's all right. You just sit down and die. Oh, boy, some tough guy, huh? Run a few blocks in kilo. I'll race around the block right now. Beat you by 10 yards. When you came to, your arm, feel numb? You know, guy felt like it was asleep.
If you're the doctor, why don't you figure it out, huh?
Put your right arm on this table.
What for?
Come on, like I told you to.
Come on, let go of my arm.
All right, put it down there. Put it down. Keep it turned. Your brother Charlie says you don't hold the beat too good on the drums. Is that right? You have trouble with your coordination?
None of them plays very good except for Marie. They all fake it.
Well, there's worse things than faking a little, Frankie. That arm feel pretty strong to you? You think you could take me?
Are you kidding, old geezer like you?
Now, come on. Try me. All right. I count 3, right? 1, 2, 3, go.
Are you some kind of trick?
That arm feels weak, doesn't it? Like it's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have trouble with your vision? You have trouble reading?
No, I'm okay.
Well, you go to high school? Maybe you know my daughter, Eunice. She's at Jefferson.
No, I quit school. I work for my brothers sometimes, but they give me a pain.
Oh, yeah? Why's that? Well, your brothers, they don't want you to steal, pick fights. Yeah. Now keep your eye open. Keep it open. Open wide. Open wide. Your mama says you get headaches. One side of your head?
All over. Mostly in the morning, or when I bend over, I get dizzy, but it goes away. It ain't nothing.
All right. Mrs. Pirelli. All right, you can come in now. Mrs. Pirelli, I don't want you to worry. It's going to be all right, but it's not normal for your son to have these dizziness, fits, these faints.
I know, but what's wrong with him,
I
Doctor?
don't know. Oh, Miss Pirelli. I don't know why he's sick. Or why he's such a horse's neck.
What, Doctor?
He needs tests, x-rays, complete neurological examination. It's all right with you? I'm going to call Dr. Vogel. He's an internist, a wonderful doctor. Is all right?
Dr. Abelman, the money.
Don't worry about it, Mrs. Pirelli. Is Dr. Vogel back yet? What do you mean he's in conference with himself? Miss Banahan, this is Sam Abelman. Thank you. You like him. Maxie. Listen, Maxie. I've got a young man here who needs complete neurological and cranial x-rays. Tuesday. Thanks, Maxie. I knew you'd make room. So I'll say, you meet me here Tuesday at 12:30. I'll take you over to his office in my car.
But he's going to be better, Doctor.
Of course, Miss Brumley. Everybody gets better. Frankie has another convulsion, one of these fits. I want you to send somebody to get me right away. See, I want to see him. Capiche?
Yes, Dottore. Thank you so much. You forget about the conservation.
Leave me alone, Ma.
No,
I
I'm going
ain't
to
sick,
Papa
and I
not
ain't
to let
going
you
nowhere
go.
to die.
Look, non si porta abbastanza per fare questi lavori.
Honey boy, you're going to be in doctor's offices for a long, long time. You're late, Sam. Now I'm late. Sit down. Office hours are over. I'm sorry, Max. My fault.
What is this? Sam, is this your idea of a joke, or have you gone out of your mind? Hello, operator. I want the police. Grab him. Don't let him get out of here. Give me the 85th Precinct. Captain Malloy's a friend of mine.
Operator, forget about the police. False alarm. Come on, Max, settle down. Who do you think he is? Al Capone?
Give him time. This kid had his hand in my pocket on Herkimer Street the other day. Ask your wife. Admit it, you salami.
Must have been somebody that looks like me.
A liar into the bargain.
Maxie, come on. Maxie, that's the boy's mother. Maxie, this kid needs your help in the worst kind of way. Now, will you forget about the pink pills and the fancy machines and be a doctor for 10 minutes?
What are you going to do when I decide I don't need a conscience?
I'm going to get a new friend.
So, the old pessimist. Hey, Sam? Ready to think the worst.
I'm looking for calcification.
If you find it, write me a letter.
Headaches, convulsions, possible papilledema. Something wrong with the kid's right side, Maxie. I hand wrestled him the other day. His arm was numb afterward. No strength in it.
You hand wrestled him? What are you? Still a gym teacher? You go to the mat with all of your patients?
It was a diagnostic technique as good as some of your machines.
Why don't you try having their diseases for them?
Come on, Maxie. You worry about your patients, too.
Not the way my friend Samuel Abelman does. Who else chauffeurs them around? Gives free samples. Lets them run up bills. Okay. It's your way. But you should have learned to keep some distance between yourself and your patients. You're the doctor, see? Not the minister, rabbi. Doctor, get it? MD. Shots, pills, treatments, fees. That's medicine. Like that gangster. Sam, do yourself a favor and send him to the clinic. Why must you worry about it?
Somebody's got to worry about it.
Why you? You holler all day about galoots, but one walks into your office and you can't do enough for him. All right. I'll read your mind. You think it's a tumor.
In the left hemisphere. Some kind of lesion.
So? That happens. Even to 16-year-old hoodlums.
It's rotten, Max.
Mm-hmm. So you'll go home and lose sleep over it. You'll worry about the kid for weeks. You'll worry about his family. You'll try to convince someone to do an operation on him for charity. And all the time, you'll suffer right along with him. Sam, do me a favor. Live your own life. Get rid of him.
I can, Max.
Why not?
He's my patient.
I'm sorry to break in, Dr. Vogel, but that boy just ran out. His mother's in the waiting room and she's crying.
Good. I hope he falls in the sewer.
Get my hands on that bum. I'll call you this afternoon, Maxie. I want him in the hospital immediately.
Dr. Hanson, I'm so sorry.
When are you going to learn?
It's true what Dr. Vogel.
It's war, Batman. His trouble is he doesn't know what side he's on.
No, that's not the point. Yeah. No, that's not what I meant at all. Now you're getting it. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah, wait a minute. I explained to Mr. Sanders that we'll ask for an easement. Yeah, well, so what if the trees do big?
We'll trim a few branches.
Give me that phone.
No. We'll work something out. Little favor here, favor there. Yeah. Righto.
What are you trying to do, newspaper man? Save the world?
This guy called, right? Supervisor of the Parks Department. I saw something. Little political grease, little talking to my editor, Uncle Doc. They are not going to lay a saw on your tree.
Myron, who teaches you these things?
It's the way of the world, Uncle Doc.
Myron, you go down to City Hall, you give them an earful, you fight for things in the open, you do not weasel around.
Let me handle this, please. I mean, you always go head on, the frontal of...
That's all the galoot understands.
They understand deals, they understand favors, they understand grease, a little clout. You know, you're not too old to learn.
Myron, make yourself useful. Run over to the Pirellis. See if that kid brother Frankie's come home yet. He's got to go to the hospital. You tell those brothers they see Frankie, better bring him right over here, right?
Okay. But now listen, don't you start messing around with my strategy for the tree. I mean, you do that and we're finished.
Right. Hello. This is Dr. Aborn. Oh, hello, Danny. Wait, the house we wanted. But sure, how much? 17,000. I'll have in cash. Well, sure, yeah, sure, Danny, sure, I'm interested. Danny, what do you mean you want me to see it tomorrow? I've seen it 100 times. It's Sarah that I want to see the house. Well, yeah, okay, I'll bring her tomorrow. Yeah, fine. Thanks, Danny. Not a word out of you, woman.
But the owner, he's a tough monkey.
Sarah, look how big the windows are.
More for me to clean.
Well, you're a wet blanket. Listen, Johnny, if I can sell my house quickly and get the price on this one down, I think we're in business.
Hey, those houses in Brownsville, Doc, they aren't too much in demand.
Well, Danny, you want to sell or no? Oh, you're as bad as she is. Come on, give me the key. Oh, that's a beauty. Sarah, let me show you. You're a wet blanket. Oh.
Mrs. Abelman, I don't have the heart to tell him. Doc is a good friend. Delivered both my kids. Pulled a little one through pneumonia.
I know what you're going to say, Mr. Dennis.
These old places, they look great, but they need plumbing, wiring, replastering. It runs up. Does your husband know what he's letting himself in for?
Mr. Dannenfelser, my husband is a wonderful doctor. He's a good man. Sometimes he just gets tired. He thinks what he could give us. If only he had a practice like Max Vogel.
I'll see what I can do about getting the price down, Mrs. Abelman.
Not too fast, please.
Look, Sarah, my sign's going to be right here. Samuel Abelman, M.D. Then, goodbye, patients that don't pay. Goodbye, brown folks. Goodbye, you galoots. Come on, take a look at it. Come on, Sarah. Come on.
told me I was gonna pay for this.
You've been stealing off my cot since you moved into this neighborhood, you punk.
Honest, I swear it.
Give me the 3 cents.
I was gonna go upstairs and get the money.
Oh, sure. You go upstairs, you go out the back, and then you run down the block.
I'll pay for it, Mr. Shapiro, and I'll have one too, please.
You shouldn't bother in this, Eunice.
I can take care of my own affairs, Mr. Shapiro.
Well, as long as I get paid.
And you, if I ever catch your hand in my card again, I'll break off your fingers for you one at a time.
Says you.
Well, they want
They don't even taste very good.
Would you like mine?
Thanks. And thanks for back there, too.
Should let him take you to jail for all the trouble you caused me.
What trouble?
The schoolyard?
Not me.
Oh, come on.
Well, I didn't mean nothing.
Like you didn't mean anything just now.
Hey, look, I don't need any lip from you, you know?
Okay. Goodbye.
Hey, look, I'm only kidding. Really, I'm only kidding.
I heard my father talking last night, and he said you ran away from Dr. Vogel.
Yeah, I heard them talking. They said they want to put me in a hospital. I ain't going to no hospital.
Don't be a baby. Nothing to be scared of.
They put you in one of those places you don't never come out.
Oh, come on, that's silly. Who would have told you that?
I seen it happen.
Listen, I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house with me? My mom, she bakes strudel.
Yeah, and then your old man could grab me and throw me in a hospital? No, thanks. Listen, you better go home. Thanks for the commish.
The long lost son.
I'll handle them. Where you been? Mama's going crazy.
Screwy, Charlie. Sick in the head. Take him home.
Go home. Doc Abelman wants you to go to the hospital. Give me $5. What the hell for? Bus fare. I'm going to Jersey to join the Seeds. You? In the Civilian Conservation Corps? They'll bust your back in a week.
Hey, maybe he should go. Might make a man out of him.
I'll show you who's man.
Hey, come on, you punk!
Punk, hands off! You guys aren't gonna pick on me anymore. You'll do what you're told. No $5. Come on, I'll take you home. Just give me the money or I'll get it like this. I ain't afraid of you or 10 guys like you.
Hey, Frankie, hand it over.
Let's have the night. Come on, I'll take you to Doc Abelman.
He ain't going near me.
That's one of them six stocks, the worst I ever saw.
Go get your truck, Charlie. We're going to take you to the hospital. When he started twitching, was just one side or all over?
First his right side, I think. Then it spread. Is he okay, Doc?
Nah, he's going to be all right, Peter. You go to my house. You tell Mrs. Abel to give you those x-rays Dr. Vogel took. You bring them to the New Hill Hospital. You know how to drive?
Yeah, sure.
Take my car, Petey. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Wow. You go get your parents. You try not to frighten them, Paul. You tell them it's making you very sick, but we're going to try to take care of it.
Hello? No. No, not at that time. Yes? No. No, you...
Miss Whitbread, I want a patient admitted.
Wait your turn. No, do I make myself clear? No, I repeat. No interns are to use the staff lounge during those hours. The administration is holding a reception there for Dr. McCabe. Yes, right after he finishes his operation.
I have an urgent case here.
Oh, Dr. Abelman.
Who are you expecting, Charles Lindbergh?
Your patient will have to wait his turn.
Miss Whitbread, that boy just had a Hewlings-Jackson convulsion. Now, if you remember your nursing courses, a Jacksonian convulsion is very serious business. I want a room for him right now.
Does his family have hospitalization?
I'll answer all your questions as soon as you give him a bed.
There is a shortage of beds. He may have to wait. Where are his parents? These must be filled out in triplicate. We do have rules in this hospital, you know.
I was a founder of this hospital, Miss Whitbread, and it was better run on the day I helped open it than it is today. Now, I'm going to fill out all these papers for you, but first he gets a bed if I have to give him yours. How would you like to have that glue there sleeping in the chief nurse's room?
Southern, show Dr. Abelman and his very sick patient to room 404.
Thank you, Miss Whitbread. Now, you see, that wasn't very hard, was it? I want to fill all of this out for you in triplicates, quadruplicates. Now, let's get him in the chair, Charlie. Charlie, did you hear her say something about Dr. McCabe?
I think so. What's wrong with him, Doc? You know?
Well, I have my suspicions, Charlie. You wait for your parents here. I wonder. Oh, George McCabe. Not bad. Not bad at all. First-class laminectomy. Beautiful, George.
Sam Abelman. How are you?
Not bad. For a GP, that is.
What are you doing here? Checking up on your old classmate?
I heard the Bellevue class of 1911's only neurosurgeon was operating. I thought it was a chance to see an old friend.
You haven't changed a bit. When's the last time I saw you? About 9, 10 years ago, class reunion? You still practicing here in Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn. Same place, same practice, same problem.
Well, you didn't come here for small talk.
As a matter of fact, it's about a patient that I have, George. I was sort of hoping he could take a look at him.
Well, no problem. Just have your girl get in touch with my office, and we'll arrange for an appointment.
Well, you see, this is a very special patient.
Kind of in a hurry, Sam. I'm late. 25 minutes late for the reception downstairs, and I've got to get to my house before I stop over at Lenox Hill.
I know you're a busy man, George, but this boy is sick. He needs the best.
I said it would be all right. I'm a little tight for the next couple of weeks, but we'll squeeze him in somehow.
The boy can't wait, George. He's 16 years old. I saw him go into a Hewlings-Jackson convulsion a few hours ago. The whole right side is bad.
Sam, I can't make time I don't have. Now, there must be other doctors on staff.
Oh, well, of course there are, but none like you. It's a big family. They have no money, George. The father sells fruit from a cart because there's no work for a good violinist. It's a big family. They won't take charity. They didn't bring the boy to see a doctor till they thought they could afford it. Meanwhile, he's had several of these seizures. Now, do you think anybody's going to take this case? No, not unless I fight for him and keep fighting.
What do you want, Sam? You want to change the world between office hours? You want me to give up my schedule, all of my research work, charity work, and teaching, and come a-running just because Dr. Abelman calls? Open your eyes. This is not medical school with all that dreamy stuff about curing the world. This is real life. And every human being has got his limits. You haven't changed in 25 years. Still fighting the world. Give it up, Sam. I've got to be going.
No. You vocal everyone. You all want it easy. You want it convenient. You want it comfortable. George, I've got a boy who might die unless you see him. That's all I know, and I'm not going to leave you alone until you agree to look at him.
Sam, I'd help you if I could. Now, you know that. I just don't have the time.
You're a doctor. How can you not have time for a patient who's dying? George, there's a human being in this hospital whose life you can save.
All right. Bring the boy by tomorrow, and I'll have a look at it.
No, right now. He's here, in the hospital. I had him admitted as a preoperative patient.
Sam, you're unbelievable. There are 50 people downstairs at a reception of which I am the guest of honor, and I am up here arguing with a maniac about the moral obligation of doctors. Oh. Order blood tests, urinalysis, the usual. The spinal tap and then more x-rays. Can you help me?
The chief nurse is a personal friend.
You're a superb diagnostician, Sam.
I wish I'd been wrong.
Well, the evidence is pretty overwhelming. Boy's got a tumor, all right. Some sort of gross lesion in the left motor area.
Yeah. What I thought from the start.
My guess is it's fairly fast growing. He's having trouble with his visual field.
Surgery?
I wouldn't delay.
What do you think?
It's hard to say. If we can isolate it, get it all completely, he's got a chance. But I make no promises. He might come out of it worse.
And if we don't operate?
I don't think that's a choice you want to make, Sam. You try to get an operating room, I'll clear the time.
Thanks, George.
Oh, no, Sam. I'll be by tomorrow for a final preoperative examination. You have parents' permission?
I'll talk to his parents.
What are you going to tell them?
I'm going to lie, George. It gets easier as I get older. No. Sit down. Sit down. It's all right. Sit down. Dr. McCabe is going to operate on Frankie.
Oh, somebody.
Can we see him, doctor?
No, not right now. First thing in the morning, Mr. Pirelli.
Bad, doctor. How bad?
Frankie has a tumor, Mr. Pirelli.
No, people die from that, don't they, Doc?
They don't have to, Charlie. Dr. McCabe thinks Frankie's got a very good chance of making it.
Are you leveling with us, Doc?
Of course I'm leveling with you. Now, you go home and rest. Now, don't say anything to Frankie. Let me talk to him first, all right?
You do so much for us. We can't thank you. Hey.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Pirelli. You just go home and rest.
Hey, thanks, Doc.
That's all right, Charlie. Poplar, what happened?
I couldn't stop him, Uncle Doc. That guy Sanders came back with an order from the park department.
What about your deal? Do you favor one hand washes the other, huh, Myra?
I'm sorry.
Clout politics. I have a friend of a friend. I should have gone downtown and fought the galoots myself.
It wouldn't have helped, Uncle Doc. We can get a permit for a small tree.
A tree was life, Myron. It was alive, a gift, something to look at and make you glad you were alive. Yeah, what's the use?
How's Frankie Pirelli?
Byron, do you have any idea how fragile life is? how precious. You don't fight for it and it's gone. Nothing can bring it back. You don't bargain for life, Myron. You fight for it all the time. Here. Go ahead. You're old enough.
What's the occasion?
Nothing special. It's just when you get past 50, it's a little harder to lose.
You haven't lost, Uncle Doc.
Salute, Myron. You don't... I once thought about becoming a surgeon.
Yeah?
Yeah. In medical school, you have to spend some time in the operating room. I hated it. Those people on the operating table were never bodies and organs to me. They were living people. I was a part of them. They belonged to me. First fatality, woman hemorrhage. The surgeon was like I never saw. Cool, quick, precise. I just stood there with my mouth dry, my heart pounding, my knees shaking. All I could think about is I wanted that woman to live. The surgeons ordering, the nurses, the doctors around. Cool, quick. And I knew I could never be like that man.
You'd have been a great surgeon, Uncle Doc.
No,
There's nothing wrong with being a GP.
I never said there was. I said sometimes I get a little tired of fighting, Myron. Why can't the Galoots let us enjoy life a little? Why do you have to tear my tree down? What's wrong with people, Myron?
What is so important that it requires my dear husband's attention at 5:30 in the morning?
Oh, I couldn't sleep. I gotta be at the hospital early today. Sarah, why did you let Eunice throw this radio out?
Gave her another one for her birthday. That hasn't worked in years.
No, this is in great shape. Just the wiring, that's all. You want to bet me it works? Listen to it. Listen.
Is anything too good for my dear husband's patience?
You're worried about the boy?
The Gabe's the best there is.
Then leave it alone, Sam. You're going to make yourself sick over it. You got him in the hospital and arranged the operation with McCabe. Nobody can expect any more.
I know all that. Doesn't make it any easier. Why didn't they bring him in the first time he had a seizure? One of them breaks a leg, it's go get the doctor right away, but a kid has problems in his head. What, they don't bring him in? They think that's something they have to be ashamed of. Don't think about it. Maybe it's going to go away.
You did everything you could.
Well,
Nobody can ask anymore.
I don't know, Sarah. Hey, listen. The Dannenfelser called me.
I meant to tell you about it sooner, but you've been so busy.
What did he say?
He said that he thinks he can get the price down on the President Street house. And he probably has a buyer for ours.
I'll call him today.
Sam, are you sure this is what you want to do?
My God, Sarah, what's wrong with a man wanting a better life for his family?
It's not that bad, Sam.
It's a neighborhood full of galoots that think the world owes them a living, and if they don't get it handed to them on a silver platter, they go after it at somebody else's expense.
Sam, this is our neighborhood. We've always lived here. And these are your patients. You're a doctor. You're a real doctor. Who's going to take care of these people if we leave? Do you think some kid fresh out of medical school is going to come down here and open up a practice?
What's the use whether there's a doctor here or not? If by the time they call you, it's too late. I've decided, sir, I want out. I can't fight them anymore. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Frankie, there's nothing to be afraid of. But we're going to have to operate on you.
Open my head?
There's nothing to be afraid of. Dr. McCabe's going to do the job. He's the best neurosurgeon in the East. He's going to fix you up. No more headaches. No more fits. Here, I brought you something. You're going to be in here for a couple of weeks after the operation. Fix this radio myself.
Clear and sunny with the highs in the low 70s.
Not to be said for a warm day in June. Oh, I brought you some books. Some of my nephew's books. You like to read?
No.
You ought to try it someday. Keeps you from thinking about yourself all the time. That kid Myron, by the time he was 13, he'd read his way through the public library.
I don't need you. I don't need anyone.
Don't be so sure, you galoot. A guy like you goes around looking for trouble, soon runs out of friends.
If you'd have left me alone, I'd be all right now.
No choice, kid. You can't spend the rest of your life flopping around on sidewalks. You'll be fine after this is over. We might even put some sense in your head.
Oh, you're not so funny, you know. Why don't you get out of here?
Always with a chip on your shoulder, huh, Frankie? Well, I can understand that. The baby of the family, the last kid picked in the stickball game.
Charlie and Vinny told you that?
I worked in enough playgrounds when I was young to know the score, boy. There was always some squirt that thought he just had to cause trouble. Okay, everybody loses his temper, but there's no percentage in being a galoot all your life, Frankie. Life is no bargain basement for any of us, kid. We just do the best we can. You got a lot going for you, you bum. A good family, a trade if you want to learn it. There's one thing I like about you. I might find others in time, but none I can think of right now. You're no mollycoddle. You're no sissy. We get you pointed in the right direction, and you're going to be all right. And remember this, Frankie. You're not going to be in that operating room alone. There are going to be 5 people in there with you. All trained to do exactly what they'll be doing, and they're going to want to help you. I mean, even without knowing you, they're going to want to help you. Because you can't do it alone, kid. We manage by getting along with each other. I know it doesn't seem this way sometimes, but we all have an investment in each other. That's all of us. Okay. I gotta go. You try to rest.
Doc? Yeah. Shake. Will you be there?
Of course.
Sorry, Sam. Tried to clean it up as good as I could. With any luck, he would have arrested it. At least he'll have a few good years.
Only if you know the answer. English and history is your mother's department.
Well, too bad it's biology.
Oh, yeah, okay, go ahead.
I'll cover the answers.
All right.
Okay. Name the major parts of the brain. Ugh. Okay. Cerebrum, cerebellum, and a medulla oblongata. Okay. Daddy, you aren't listening.
No, honey. I heard you. That sounded just right to me.
Daddy, how's Frankie Pirelli?
Oh, he got a first-class operation. McCabe was brilliant.
Daddy, what happened?
I got two in too late.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
You're sorry? McCabe's sorry? The whole world's sorry. You know, that little guy, he wanted to shake my hand the other day. Just before he went under the anesthetic, he took it again. That galoot. I don't know. You go through it all and you still lose. Why keep fighting? It turned out the same in the end.
Sam, you didn't lose. Now, if you hadn't gotten in to see Max Vogel, that would have been a loss. And if you hadn't arranged the operation with George McCabe, that would have been a loss, too. Anyway, who knows? Maybe you'll catch the next one in time.
Next time will be too late.
It is never, ever too late, Sam. I love you. Don't try to be somebody that you never wanted to be and never could.
What's going on?
A new tree, doctor. My son say, how can we thank Dr. Abelman? Frankie had the idea. We give you a tree.
What do you guys know about trees? Hey, it's a Lombardy poplar. Not bad. Small, but not bad.
I'll get it.
Hey, Doc, we're moving.
Yeah, where?
Way out in Long Island. A place called Hempstead. Papa's brother's going to take him into his construction business.
Good. The tree grows, we live. You see the tree, doctor, you think of us.
You take care of yourself, all right, Frankie? Try not to be such a horse's neck, Frankie.
Sam, it's Dannenfelser on the telephone. He has a buyer for the president's sweet house.
He has to know what we're going to do.
Uncle Doc.
Let him have it. Tell him I have a tree I have to look after. I don't know what I'm standing around here for. I've got office hours. Listen, Charlie, so I'd make that hole a little deeper and pack the earth in good and hard. Now, I don't want the air to get onto my roots.